It made me feel like a fool, but that won't put out the fire that I've got in store for you. Well, you can tell your friends I'm gonna walk it down the aisle. Yeah, you can tell your friends I'm gonna walk it down the aisle. You know I can't quit you, baby. Can you hear my heart crying loud?
Hey everybody, welcome to the drawing for the 2026 Hardrock 100 Endurance Run. I'm Dan Ryan, and I'm joined today by my co-host.
Chris Twiggs, 17-time Hardrock finisher, Hardrock board member, and guy who is, oh my God, I'm so thrilled. This is. We talk about Hardrock being Christmas in July. It's Christmas in December, Dan?
Or Hardrock in December.
It's Hardrock in December.
Yeah, it's Hardrock in December, since Hardrock's Christmas in July, you know. We're going to be bringing you guys the lottery drawing results live here at about 11 o'clock this morning. We'll switch over. All the lottery workers are down in the bunker. They're ready to start pulling names and determine the field for the 2026 running.
Absolutely. It's going to be a party all around the world as people pay attention to this lottery. There are going to be a lot of people that are that have their hopes confirmed, and a few that will have their hopes deferred a bit.
Yeah, and if you guys are here in the live chat, feel free to throw in where you're watching from. If you're hosting a watch party, who you're watching with, how many tickets you have, rude comments towards Chris and I, anything you really want to.
Yeah. Absolutely. We'll be paying attention to those, and we'll also have a few guests that will come on, and so if you've got some comments or some questions for them when that happens, we'll want you to comment there as well. We are really excited that Hardrock is part of the Colorado Gives initiative, and as a nonprofit, funds that are given to the Hardrock 100 as part of that are passed along to the philanthropies that we support. Tuesday, December 9th is Colorado Gives Day, and donations received through Colorado Gives help philanthropic efforts around education, like the Joel Zucker Scholarship, trail use and education, and mountain safety. So you can donate using the link that will be up on our website, and we may have that link in the description here of the video as well.
So Mountain Outpost just posted it in the chat, and it's pinned to the top of the chat. So that way, if you guys want to head over to that Colorado Gives link and donate, that helps out all those great charities that Chris was just talking about. We're here for the lottery today. The first Hardrock was held in 1992, but as a lot of people know, last year we had our 30th running of the Hardrock 100, and this year will be the 31st running of the Hardrock.
That's how math works.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. We've canceled twice due to snowpack conditions in 1995 and 2019. Once due to fire danger in 2002, and then once due to the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. The first Hardrock only had 42 starters and 18 finishers. Chris Twiggs, surprisingly, was not there.
No, I was not there, but there are a lot of folks who are still involved with the organization today, including, of course, the only run director. Well, he was a co-director, but the run director that has been around since the very beginning, Dale Garland, who continues to preside over the events of Hardrock Week and gets to go around and represent Hardrock throughout the year, and is, of course, very involved with what's going on today with the lottery.
Yeah, and if you guys are interested in a lot of the history of the Hardrock 100, we have a great podcast, the Hard Talk podcast, where you can go find some of that information and learn a lot more about the run if you desire. One thing that I wanted to mention is we're presented today by Ultra. So great working with them. Super happy to have them on board as the presenting sponsor for the live stream. They're number one for sure.
They're number one. We're so excited. Thank you, Altra, for sponsoring this today, for sure.
Oh, I just got a text from Blake that said, "You combed your hair. It looks good." Um,
Well, we know that Blake is watching. That's good.
feel like I'm
The
gonna mess
first
it up now.
Hard Rock lottery was held for the 2002 run because obviously when they had fewer than 50 people that were trying to do Hard Rock, they didn't need a lottery. That year was canceled due to fire danger. Well, that year wasn't canceled, but the run was canceled that year due to fire danger. That field was rolled over to 2003. And that was the last year that everyone who applied was able to start the run. So for the first 10 Hard Rocks, everyone who wanted to run Hard Rock was able to. So those of us that are hoping to get in a spot this year and may or may not get in, we were just a little bit too late. If you'd shown up for those first 10 Hard Rocks, you could have towed the line and pinned on a bib and taken that tour of the San Juans.
Yeah, and the rationale for starting Hard Rock from the founders was they had this idea to create a postgraduate run that incorporated as much trail running as possible, and to help bring economic development to the areas of the San Juan that may need it, like Silverton, Uray, gonna say Telluride, Lake City. Those areas of the San Juans that were impacted by the closure of the mines, and we're bringing back the mentality. Our slogan's wild and tough, because Hard Rock miners went through a lot in the San Juans to get out there and just do their jobs on a day-to-day basis. So they wanted to honor those Hard Rock miners in the San Juans by starting a run to help with the economic development of the area and just share the beauty of the San Juans.
Absolutely. We also want to acknowledge that the land of the Hard Rock, that the Hard Rock 100 traverses, is the ancestral homeland of the Ute, Puebloan, and Diné people. Information about this land is often told from dominant perspectives without full recognition of the original land stewards. We invite others to join us in this acknowledgement to heal, renew, and reaffirm the First Nations history and continued presence in Colorado and pay tribute to these traditional homelands and its people.
For sure. Chris, you're in the lottery. I'm in the lottery. What are you most excited about for the day?
Oh my gosh, I'm most excited to see the names of people that I know. Obviously, people that have come out, like yourself, Dan, like so many people that have been trying for years to get in. I'm really excited to see those that will get drawn and know that they're going to have that first chance to run. There are a bunch of us that have done it before who are trying to get back there because Hard Rock is an addiction, and once it's in your system, you just can't get it out. But I am more excited to see, other than hoping for myself, I'm more excited to see those longtime dedicated volunteers or hopefuls have their chance. And we've got some people with a lot of tickets this year in the never category who hopefully will get their chance this year. How about yourself? What are you most excited about?
Do we want the selfish answer or the community answer?
We want the community answer, Dan.
I'm just excited for another summer in the San Juans. It's the best place to be. It's the best week of the year. It's really special to get to see everybody come to Silverton for the week or the month or the amount of time that everybody's there, and share some cool experiences in a very beautiful and special place.
Yeah. Now, what's the selfish answer, Dan?
I want to get in.
You do. Of course you do. And everybody does. And it is sad that not everyone can get in. But as popular as Hard Rock has become, there's just no way to get everybody in 1 year. We would destroy the land that we went on if we tried to run everybody, 2,000 something people. But hopefully those that want to come out, whether they're running or volunteering or pacing or just out there cheering, hopefully they'll still come out to Silverton and be a part of the event this summer. And it all starts today when we find out those folks that are going to have a number.
Yeah, and it's just Silverton couldn't support probably much more in terms of people, just from hotels, camping areas, space, right? It just gets super limited because it is a difficult place to get to and a fairly land restricted place.
Absolutely. Somebody was mentioning we had a Hard Rock happy hour last night, and someone mentioned, you can go out there on those trails anytime. You go out there right now if you want. Now, most of it's under snow, but you can go out there right now and get that opportunity to go out and hike those trails. And prior to Hard Rock weekend, I'll be leading a group, whoever wants to come, I'll be leading people on orientation hikes to learn the course. And we encourage folks, not just the runners, but we encourage people that are going to be crewing or volunteering or just that are curious to come out and be a part of those hikes, because it's fun to see the course. It's fun to see those places so that when you're watching the live stream of Hard Rock, you can say, when you see people coming into an aid station, you can say, well, I know what they went through before they got to that aid station because I've hiked that section myself. Dan, I have a question for you. Do you know why? Because we talk about kissing the rock. Do you know how the tradition of kissing the rock started?
Because we were ill prepared to have people successfully complete the loop. Not we, Dale. I'm going to throw Dale under the bus.
Throw Dale under the bus.
So Dale, I think he said he forgot to construct a finish line.
Yeah.
So he pointed at a random rock and he's like, touch that rock. And so people touch the rock, and then obviously people start taking it too far. It turned into kissing a rock, and now there's, shout out to Brian Colmo, who designs a beautiful finish line. And now it's just, it's the tradition that makes Hard Rock one of the traditions that makes Hard Rock so special.
It is. And that finish line now is amazing. Brian does an incredible job. And even last year when Brian was running, he supervised. We tried to keep him from doing too much physical labor, but he supervised the construction of that finish line, and it is amazing. Dale now makes it a point of being either he is there or he has someone, usually a board member or a run committee member, who is there to greet every runner as they come in. Dale is definitely there for most of them, but he has made that commitment because he doesn't want ever again to miss someone finishing in Silverton. And that's something that's really special. If you've done a race, sometimes there'll be a road race or something, and the last few finishers may come in and there's basically nobody there to greet them. You'll find not just somebody there that's there to greet you no matter when you finish, but that golden hour at the end is magical. People come out, runners that have finished will come back to be there to greet those people and cheer them in when they come in for that last hour. It was deafening, the sounds of the cheering when we had our final runner come across this last year.
Yeah, and the closest somebody's ever gotten to the cutoff is 1 second. Bogey, yes. I believe, had 1 second to make the final cutoff. There's a great video of him just sprinting down the finish line and kissing the rock at 47:59:59.
And Dan, I admire him so much, right? What an amazing accomplishment. He was moving so fast at the end to make that happen, and to do that after 100 miles through the San Juans is incredible. So, cheers to him. That's an accomplishment that could only ever be matched. It can never be surpassed. So we're about to welcome our first guest onto the live stream. Some people may know him. He's a pretty big deal, and we're excited to have him onto the stream. So we'll roll him in shortly once we get the cue from the great guys at Mountain Outpost who are running this thing. So shout out to Zach behind the controls for helping us out today and for helping us put on this great live stream of the lottery. Again, we'll start names about 11 a.m. Mountain Time, so we got about 12 minutes till the first names start getting drawn. We know the Western States Lottery is currently happening, so hopefully we'll be hitting just at the end of that and start our name draws. It's a big day in our sport with both of these lotteries happening, and there may be a few people who are in both lotteries, and boy, if they're lucky enough to get drawn in both, they need to decide, are they the sort of people that can handle that double, or are they going to pass up the opportunity to do one of them so they can focus on the other. So but yeah, we're really excited for those names that are going to be coming out pretty soon. We have had, by the way, 1,010 individuals have finished Hardrock. There are 1,010 people that can call themselves Hardrockers that have finished Hardrock since the first Hardrock in 1992. The most finishes, Kirk Apt has 26 finishes, and he has now been volunteering at Hardrock the last couple of years and was inducted into the inaugural class of the Hardrock Hall of Fame this past summer. Behind him, Blake Wood, who's currently a board member emeritus, has 22 finishes. Mark Heafy has 20 finishes. And then we've got the two Betsies, Betsy Kalmeyer with 21 finishes and Betsy Nye, who has 20 finishes. And Betsy Nye is in the lottery this year, would like to run it again and try to match the accomplishment of the other Betsy. We've interviewed both Betsies actually on our podcast, but most recently Betsy Nye.
Betsy and Betsy. It's kind of funny. There's going to be two Betsies with 20 or more finishes at Hardrock. Both great individuals. We've interviewed both of them on the podcast, and they're just really a hoot to talk to, and definitely a ton of fun.
They are, as are all of our guests. If there's somebody who's watching and can think of someone we have not interviewed yet and wants to make a recommendation for someone on our podcast, let us know. Because we're always looking for people to talk to. We've got a few episodes lined up.
Yeah, so we would like to roll in our first guest, Scott Jurek.
Heard of him.
Hey, Scott, how's it going?
Good. Things are good.
Scott, do you remember the first time you put in for Hardrock?
I sure do. Yeah, it was the Y2K year, so I wanted to do something fun. I guess it was like on a whim. Put in for the lottery well, back then I just entered. I remember I was on the waiting list, so there's no such thing as a lottery back in year 2000.
Yeah.
When did you first hear about Hardrock?
Oh, I'd known about Hardrock for years, ever since I started looking at Ultra Running magazine and borrowed friends' issues and read about the sport. Being back in Minnesota, did the local races, but didn't really travel a lot initially. Just stuck to my staple, the Minnesota Voyager 50 miler back home in Duluth. And yeah, always had read about it. It was, even back then, it was the toughest. Very few people had finished it. It was a small gathering at the time. And then, little over, 6 years later, found myself on the starting line. Got in last minute, but I think I found out maybe, I don't know, it was just right after Western States when I found out. I thought, this is a good way to celebrate the year 2000.
Yeah.
And went for it on extremely tired legs from Western States. But
Gosh.
Yeah.
And how many times have you gone out to Silverton for the race? Do you even know?
Wow, I don't even know. They kind of all blur in a lot of these races that I've gone to. But I've helped crew and pace a bunch, and I've been, I volunteered up at Kroger's 1 year as well, and been out there a bunch. I don't know, maybe 10 times, 8 times, something like that.
I'll tell you a funny story. I was up there the year that you were volunteering at Kroger's, and my pacer got up there. He'd never been up to Virginia's Pass, and he handed you his phone to take a picture of the two of us. And it's just, for him, it was just handing the phone to a volunteer. And then he, as we left, we were about 100 meters out of the aid station. He turned to me and he said, "Wait a minute, that was Scott Jurek." Yep. Just up there volunteering. That's the kind of people you get for Hardrock volunteers.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's always fun. I mean, throughout my career, even when I was racing at the highest level, always was out volunteering at races, helping my friends who are race directors or helping the race director where I went out to an event. I mean, I think what makes not just Hardrock, but the sport of ultra running is people out there volunteering. And I think, you don't have to wait until the perfect time. Everybody should be out helping out because that's the only way these races get held. Now, I don't know if we need a full-on ensemble up at Kroger's. No. My buddy Rock Horton, what we used to haul up there and haul down was just, and I don't know, maybe they're bringing that down a little bit, but it was kind of ridiculous, just the level of work that goes into having a full-service aid station. I remember when I ran well, my second Hard Rock was in 2007 when I set the course record, but it was literally a ham radio operator, maybe one other person, bottle of tequila or whatever they had. That tradition kind of stemmed, from just, yeah, it was just kind of like a fun little joke in a way. But yeah, they would weather themselves and just kind of hunker down all night, all day up there. But it was just a person or two, if I recall correctly, back in those days. Yeah. And my first time, I should say, like, I only made it to 41 miles. I made it to Grouse that first year in 2000. And I just remember, like, the immensity of those mountains. I'd never been to the San Juans. And I literally showed up the day before the race, flew into Denver, and I drove all the way out to Silverton. Again, like, I was coming from sea level in Seattle, and there was just no way I was going to have enough time to get ready with altitude, and just did the old-fashioned show up and go for it kind of mentality, just try to fool my body into altitude. But it was like the level and just like the immensity of the mountains, just how big the climbs were. I remember I was with a few ultra running buddies who had gotten in over the years. Scotty Mills, Rock Horton was with me, and we were like looking up towards Handy's, and it just seemed to go on forever. And I remember like, where is the top of that climb? And Rock's like, you see those little ants going along the ridgeline? Like, those are the race leaders. That's where we're going. And that's the San Juans for you. They're just incredible mountains. The scale is unbelievable until
you can't believe them until you see them.
Even then, it's like
You get to some of the passes and you're like, oh, that's a picture there, right? I'm not really going out into that.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite portions of the course?
I mean, it's hard to, I would say that it's really like, there's not a bad part of the course. I mean, sure, some of the road up to Camp Bird, like, that gets monotonous. There's, there's stretches on Engineer. Some of the 2-track Jeep Road, mining roads, those definitely have their monotony to them. But the rest of it, it's really hard to pick. I mean, I would say on a beautiful night, it's hard to beat the Wasatch Trail going up to Ophir. And it's just got this scale, even in like the dark of night, you could still see like patches of snow and just the way the light reflects off of there. And of course, sunrise is pretty incredible. I think Hard Rock was, I believe, my first event where I had to have headlamps all night long, or ran all night long in an event. And in 2007, like the sunrise, after you, like at that point, I think it was for me somewhere around after KT, and just, yeah, getting up on those ridges as you climb out of KT, it's pretty incredible. So those are great. But I'd have to say training, that's what's even better if you're out there. I was out there for a month before 2007 when I ran Hard Rock, and like being on some of those passes when there's sketchy snow. I remember Kyle Skaggs and I were training on the course. He was still on the waiting list and didn't get in 2007, and then of course blew away the course record in 2008. He and I trained a ton 2007 because he was living in Silverton. And yeah, there were times going over, like just over grouse and feeling like this is sketchy stuff. And, a few weeks, 4 weeks before Hard Rock, trying to do some of those runs, at least back then. Now it seems like things get melted out a little quicker. But we were on some stuff where you definitely can't fall. The room for error is like zero.
Yeah.
So those are special times too. I feel like the training and being out there that year was pretty special. But just, yeah, you're out there and you feel the scale of those mountains. There's nothing like the magical green that is just like glowing all over the place with like patches of snow, and then of course the blue sky, the lakes. It's just, yeah, it's all good stuff. There's not a bad spot in Hard Rock besides maybe, I guess, climbing Camp Bird if you're going counterclockwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you're right, though, that the training is in some ways as rewarding as the actual event. And the camaraderie, the time spent with people out there. You mentioned Scotty Mills, and he's from San Diego area. I'm from Florida, And the two of us have shared countless miles in the San Juans, just struggling to find the oxygen, but just really bonding and really enjoying our time out there. And there's so many memories I have with friends and family members too, going out there on those hikes and just enjoying the beauty. And that's why we say, if you don't, even somebody that's in the lottery today, if they don't get in, there's still a reason for them to come out there and be a part of things. Or if not during Hardrock Week, some other time, come and stimulate the economy of Silverton and the other cities in that area and enjoy those mountain trails.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're on lottery day and everyone's got their fingers crossed, but if you don't get in, the mountains are always there. And yes, it's fun to be around the race. And I think, that those couple weeks leading up to the event, I mean, it never used to be like that back in the day when I was running it. And, people would roll in, week of, but maybe some would kind of sprinkle in 2 weeks out, but the mountains are always there and it's incredible. And I think, yeah, while these amazing races like Hardrock sometimes are out of people's reach for the most part because it takes so many years and the qualifying all the time just can take its toll. But I would highly recommend just doing some fast packing and, don't be afraid. Like, you don't have to run all the time and have like this amazing crew. I remember Kyle and I, we hitchhike a ton back in the day. Just would always hop rides with Jeepers and just find our way. It wasn't always a great way if you had a long day in the mountains, like 40 miles. Hoping.
So to be clear, you both had course records there, but you didn't hitchhike during those runs.
I mean, this is training. We're talking about training. Yeah.
Right.
Totally training. No, it was still in the infancy of GPS, but yeah, we definitely logged the miles. Don't worry.
I believe it.
Hitchhike during the race.
So as we get to the top of the
The advice would be, don't try and overthink things. I mean, I think there's so much information now, so much, you can get a ton of data. You can really worry. I mean, that year in 2007 when I broke the coast record, I literally had sprained my ankle 2 days before the race, playing soccer with a bunch of YMCA kids that were like 7 and 8 and 9-year-olds. And I think that's a perfect example. Like, you put all this time and energy and people, work so hard to get to the starting line. Not only the training, but just the years of applying, the years of waiting, getting in the lottery, the years of qualifying. So I think try not to overthink things, try to, prepare appropriately, but yeah, don't overthink it. Obviously dial in things with your hydration, nutrition, think about the altitude question. It's a big piece for sure, and you can do a lot in non-altitude environments with altitude tents and doing some of the techniques that can help. But outside of that, I mean, you just have to really embrace the situation, be mentally as tough as possible. I mean, like Hardrock loves to say, it's wild and tough, and it is definitely wild and tough, and you just got to embrace it all.
So we've got one result listed here.
Absolutely. I'm not seeing the names clearly, unfortunately. So you may have to read all the names today, Dan. All right. Anticipation. Yeah. Okay, I can see those names clearly now. So yeah, we just have Mindy Campbell so far. As you said, that was a deferral from last year under our parental policy, and encourage people to go to the website to hear that.
We got winners left and right.
Yes. You're a winner in my heart, Dan. Absolutely. What do you think, Scott? What do you think about the times that people are putting in for, I mean, Ludo's times the last couple of years have been pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to people just raising the bar. And as, a lot of people assume like Killian's record would just, be out there for a long time. I think it's like anything. You put the bar up there, somebody's going to reach for it and they're going to go past it. And so one might say, sure, the science and the way the sport is approached is differently. The science has been there for a while. People have been doing things scientifically, but I think the ability to dedicate the amount of time to training to and fine tune. We're just learning more as we go along. So whether it's actual research or just the fact of like people sharing more information now, we live in the age of technology with the internet and just social media and how people share information. So people are going to learn from that, or ideally we learn and get better. And I think that's what you're seeing the top athletes do. Smarter training, focus, specificity, all of those elements are, and maybe some elements too. The sport is getting more serious at the top. People are, they're taking it more and more seriously. And not to say we didn't take it seriously, but yeah, Kyle, for instance, the year when I was training down in 2007, he went down there. I think he started living in Silverton in April. And then the following year, he was down there even earlier. So, training in Silverton in April, and he was not a skier. So it's, that's dedication. And that's what it took to break that sub 24-hour barrier. I remember back in the day, Charlie and crew were just like, they did not like the fact that we were getting close to breaking 26. I came very close in 27. Like they were not like, they loved making Hardrock hard. And when people started running it faster, they did not like it. So when Kyle, and we used to talk about it all the time, like, sub 24 is totally doable. And then of course, yeah, Kyle dedicated like a whole spring and summer to it and the previous year.
Okay. So we have some names. They're not showing up on our screen. So I don't know if Dan, if you're running that browser. Oh, never mind. I'm seeing. Okay, that screen is wrong. Dan, Mindy Campbell is. We need to refresh that screen. That name is incorrect. There's panic in the lottery room. No, we don't have names yet. So apologies, sincerest apology to that runner who just celebrated. And okay, I'm seeing this. Is this? I'm asking Run Director Dale Garland to confirm the pic that I'm seeing. Yes. And we see it on the screen now. So this is our pregnancy deferral. Yes. So we had the right information, the wrong name. So Magdalena Casper Ship is the pregnancy deferral runner. And also co-aid station captain in Telluride. So really excited to see someone who's already dedicated so much time and energy into making Hardrock a success get the opportunity to run. She is in the female never category. So really, really excited for that. And again, really do apologize to the other runner whose name was put up inadvertently. Best wishes later in the lottery to her. So I'm in the room, and I'm not in the room where it happens, but I'm in the building where it happens. Lottery is literally being drawn in another room in this house. And so when we started talking about somebody, they started not panicking, but they got panicking is that a fine word? They wanted to make sure that we were giving the correct information out on the live stream. I remember when Kyle won. I remember I was in the Hard Rock that year, and he started running up toward the shrine, and I thought it was just ridiculous. Anybody would be running up that so early, and he showed us what mattered. Ludovic Pomeray and Katie Scheid, yes, as Dan mentioned earlier, they are our returning champions. Very excited to have both of them coming back. So they were automatically picked because that is their part of their prize for winning Hard Rock. They get the opportunity to come back and defend the following year if they wish to, and their names are deducted. That those spots are deducted from the various lotteries that they are in. We have 4 different lotteries: male never, female never, male finisher, and female finisher. So both Katie and Ludovic, of course, come out of the finishers categories because they won last year. Correct. And those folks are all qualified and entered into the lottery. So some of those may end up, the people that were being considered could actually show up organically. We have our first draw, Dan. So I will read the name. I'll be happy to do that. So Michael Linscott from North Bend, Washington. Congratulations. A male never with 128 tickets. It sounds like 128 is a lot, but you'll see some of the ticket counts for people. 128 is actually not a big number in that never category. And I think, did we lose Scott? I apologize to Scott if we didn't give him a... Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Still don't hear you, Dan, apparently, but we will trudge on. I promise, for those of you that have heard our banter on the podcast, they may think that I had something to do with muting Dan, but I did not. We have Christian Sorensen, another male never with 128 tickets from Park City, Utah. Congratulations, Christian, on getting your name drawn and getting your opportunity to run Hard Rock. Very excited for Christian, and very excited to have Scott Jurek back with us.
Sorry, I guess we were getting a little feedback without headphones, so I'm on headphones. Hopefully that's better. I don't know if it was bad on your end, but
I didn't hear it,
just
but
let me know.
people that are commenting on YouTube will tell us if there is
right.
a difference. So, but glad to have you back on. We've got now 5 names that are drawn. 3 were automatic. And 2 from the male never category have now been drawn, get their first opportunity to run Hard Rock. So congratulations to those 2 runners, Michael Linscott and Christian Sorensen. They're saying in the chat that Scott's audio was much better, which is fantastic. And I don't yet see a comment about Dan, but I know that they'll be forthcoming. Isaiah Hemmen from Seattle, Washington, a male finisher. Congratulations, Isaiah, your opportunity to come back and do another tour of the San Juans. Just 2 tickets. So we're excited to have you come back and get the opportunity to, I don't know if it's going the opposite direction than you went before. Hopefully, it's nice to go both directions. Scott, what's your favorite direction of the Hard Rock?
Well, I've only run it counterclockwise, which, of course, at least it always was. I mean, now that the trail is getting a little bit more worn in, maybe people would differ otherwise, but counterclockwise is the harder. I only ran it that direction. So I actually was in the lottery, I think in 2011, I put in contemplating doing it, but I was fairly high up on the waiting list, but didn't do it that year because I thought, okay, I want to go the other direction. But so I got to say counterclockwise is my favorite.
There you go. And you've not paced it in the other direction?
I was supposed to, but my buddy Seb did it counterclockwise the year I paced him to a victory, I believe 2013 it was. But Then came back to help him the next year the other direction, and he had unfortunately dropped out, so didn't get a chance. So yeah, everything's been counterclockwise. That's the direction I know.
All right. So
I like
I just logged
counterclockwise.
back in and out to see if people could hear me. You guys were talking about your favorite directions.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
And I prefer counterclockwise, but for me, I feel like it's the direction you first experience hard rock. And that was my first time going all the way around was in the counterclockwise direction.
Got another pick here, and hopefully people can hear me. Aaron Davis from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, 50-year-old with 256 tickets.
Congrats. And they do hear you, Dan. So
good.
for better or worse, guys, be careful what you wish for. We can hear Dan Ryan here on the live stream. But no, that's
I'm back. Sorry, everybody.
glad you are. Another never. This is fantastic. I love that we have the opportunity to get people in. There are more spots for the never this year. The draws are weighted toward the never category. So in the men's field, 63 spots will be drawn for male nevers and 50 drawn for male finishers. In the female side, it's a percentage. The percentage of women that are drawn is reflective of the percentage of women that are in the lottery, and those numbers are 19 female nevers and 14 female finishers.
Yeah, we had a whole math snafu last night. It was kind of fun to watch at the happy hour of people trying to do 22% in their head of various.
We have another male never, and Brandon Parker from Lawton, Oklahoma. My daughter lives in Lawton, Oklahoma. So congratulations to Brandon, and really excited for you to get your opportunity to do to do Hard Rock, to run Hard Rock for the first time. 16 tickets. So he's been applying for a couple of years now, and excited that he can get out there and do it.
I wonder how many Okies we've had run Hard Rock. I know it's not
good.
that far away, but I feel like that's not an easy place to train.
It's
something
pretty
like
darn flat in my experience. Pretty darn flat. But you know, my daughter will tell you there's not a lot to do in Lawton. So maybe running is one of those things that Brandon spends his time doing. I wonder if Brandon is in the Army. That's what my daughter does. She's based there. There's a big
base. Okay.
big Army base there, Fort Sill. So
Awesome.
yeah, not
All right.
not so many Okies. Not a lot of Floridians yet either. Need to encourage.
Because they're like,
more
oh,
of
it's
them.
cold
They
there.
get ready for the overpass training, right?
You know, we have had a lot of people from Colorado, and we've got another one, Jay Hunt, who is a male finisher, and he's from Gunnison, Colorado, and gets another opportunity to come and run. Very excited for Jay to come back to Silverton and come back to Hard Rock.
Home course. Gunnison's just down the road.
Real close. Yeah. Basically, if you're going between Lake City and Uray, you're going to go through Gunnison, or you're going to go over Cinnamon Pass. If you're driving, of course, you do it over a big 14er. If you're doing if you're in Hard Rock.
For sure. Scott, what do you think is there's a good. I'm trying to figure out the way to ask this. The crux of the Hard Rock course in either direction. Like, if you're going counterclockwise, what is the point of the race that you think people need to get past to kind of not smell the barn, but feel like comfortable in finishing? Hey, we got Casey Lichtag in there. Awesome.
Congratulations, Casey, in the never category from
She's
Omaha.
been trying for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, this is exciting that she's going to get to go for it. Congratulations, Casey, seeing your name up there. You were asking, Dan?
Yeah, I would say like the crux of Hard Rock is probably, I really think somewhere around that like 65 to 75 range, because there's just so much race typically. So depending upon which direction you go, I feel like obviously Grand Swamp Pass would be if you're going in counterclockwise. There's some burly climbs at the end in both directions, but if you go clockwise, you get some real, like, I don't know, kick in the teeth there at the end when you have to go over and get over Little Giant, I think right before the finish, and there's just a lot left in the race. So the immensity of Hardrock, but I'd say somewhere in a little bit sooner, instead of 3/4 of the way through for a lot of hundreds, Hardrock is somewhere in that, just even after Jurek can be a lot. So somewhere in that 60 range. I know we've got a new couple here.
We've got a couple of them. Gianluigi Mignazio, which I'm sure I said that name terribly, but Italian from Italy. Really excited to have a male never coming from Italy.
Yeah, and so we're going to have another guest jump on. He's very familiar with the Hardrock course. If everybody would please welcome on Jeff Browning.
And while Jeff's coming on, we also have Greg Loomis, whose name was drawn in the male finishers category. Really excited to have Gregory come back for another chance at Hardrock. Bronco Billy, welcome back. We've talked to you a few times. Excited to have you here, and you contributed greatly to our live stream during Hardrock last year. Was that more fun than running it? Your butt gets sore. Carolyn Wallace is a female finisher from Loveland, Ohio, whose name was just drawn with 4 tickets in the female finisher category. So we're in the heat of things, getting the names drawn. You have some folks that you're excited hopefuls this year, Jeff? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Vishal Sani from Los Angeles, California, male finisher with 3 tickets getting in there.
Awesome! Congratulations. We've got 10% of the male finishers pool has been drawn now, and we'll keep track of that for you. All these names coming in. Yeah. So, just a reminder to Dan, if you're running that, need to refresh the OST.
Yep, we got it.
Yep, I knew that. Blakewood wanted to make sure that we were on top of that. We got another name here. Another male never, Derek Call from Caldwell, Idaho. I don't know where Caldwell, Idaho is, but that's kind of cool.
I was gonna say somewhere between Boise. It's not like up in the not up in the Sawtooths, but
so
30.
Somebody.
Good to see it. Good to see you, Bronco. What's up?
David Henry is sorry. Just to say, David Henry. Want to congratulate him as another male never getting in with 32 tickets. So. Yeah, another male never. Congratulations to Jason.
Whoa, you did that back in 07? Wow. Wow, that's commitment. We got one more name. Wow.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Patrick Stewart, another male finisher from Colorado. Excited to have Patrick come back for another tour of the San Juans. Yeah, some of those tents
There
are,
we go, Lynette
are
McDoodle.
difficult.
I was a little bit worried that one hadn't been clicked yet because
Look at the
statistically
number
in the
of
female
tickets.
nevers, Lynette pulled out before the run last year and had a considerable amount of tickets last year. So seeing her name get pulled now is good, because that means all's right with the ticket counts.
With the ticket count. And second Idaho runner, I believe, 8,192 tickets. Wow.
That's correct?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
that is correct. So so just to clarify for people, she has service tickets. She has she was in the race last year and pulled her name off the start line due to some personal matter and kept her tickets. So she re-entered this year with the update to the service ticket policy, as well as the amount that she had last year. It really bumped her tickets up quite high this time.
Scott Tomczyk is in, another male finisher with 4 tickets from Edmonds, Washington. So we've got the male finisher category is starting to fill up. Excited to see Scott come back. And I was really glad to see Lynette. We felt like there was basically no way that her name wouldn't be drawn, but I'm sure, and she felt that way too, I'm sure, but it's nice to see it finally, right? Nice to see it officially.
Hey, look at that!
Oh gosh.
Oh shit!
You should hear the screams, the cheering coming from the other room. The Hardrock board are all very excited. Daniel Ryan gets to run Hardrock. Male never with 512 tickets from Los Alamos, New Mexico. How does it feel, Dan?
Scary.
Yeah, dude, giddy up.
I got no words.
I am super excited for you, man. I am so thrilled for you. You were the second name that I wanted to see drawn, so I'm super excited for you. Dreams do come true. You got to start training, dude. You got to start training now.
I'm gonna, guys. I'm gonna take off. I gotta get.
He's got plenty of time. He's got plenty of time.
He does. He's got
don't wanna
plenty of
get
time.
injured.
He's got youth on his side as well, which is going to help. Man, that's fantastic.
That's terrifying.
We got a lot more to talk about on the podcast coming up now.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in Silverton.
Oh man, this is great. This is great. I'm so excited for you. You get to celebrate tonight. I know the last few years it's not been quite a celebration on lottery night. Gina Fiorini, female never from Lakewood, Colorado. Congratulations, Gina, on getting drawn. You get to line up next to the Dan Ryan for Hardrock in 2026.
Sorry, guys. It's gonna take me a minute to get back to be able to talk coherently.
just wait.
Permagrin. He's got a permagrin right now.
Just wait till you try to talk after Hardrock or during. Oh, very cool. Very excited for
Looks like
you.
Gina had quite a few tickets too, right?
Yeah,
I
she
can't
did.
quite see the number, but that's
1,024 for Gina. 1,024. Daniel Benhamu in the male finishers category. He's got 15 tickets from Littleton, Colorado. Daniel is no stranger in Silverton, knows the Hardrock course very well, and excited that he will get to come back and run Hardrock as well. I'm sure he's thrilled to see his name drawn again. That's fantastic. So,
Just looking at the updated counts here.
yeah. So you've got
We've got 9 of 63 male nevers, 8 of 50 male finishers, 4 of 19 female nevers, and 2 of 14 female finishers.
we have just in from the this is official communication from the Hardrock board. They say, Dan, stop talking and start training. Another one who needs to start training is Ivars Reganis, and I apologize for butchering that name, Alpharetta, Georgia. a neighbor to me. I'm in Florida, so a neighbor just up in Georgia in the male never category, getting to come out to the San Juans. I tell you what, the mountains in Georgia are no joke, but they're certainly different from what you see in Colorado.
They're fantastic, actually. Like, so many people don't realize what Georgia has. I was talking to Hans Troyer just the other day, 2 days ago, at the running event, and we were just talking about how good Georgia can be. So, yeah, if you don't get into Hardrock, you got to check out some of those races down there. I mean,
Need to do that. Gina
Cookville, they're
Harcrow.
all- yeah.
Gina Harcrow from Monument, Colorado, female finisher with 3 tickets, gets to come back to Hardrock. Excited to see another female finisher drawn, and excited to have Gina back at Hardrock. Yeah, Jeff, have you done any of those Georgia races?
I have. I've done Bootlegger 100. Did it last year. And I've been up there I was there for a photo shoot. I can't remember the name of the state park, but there's some pretty cool terrain in there. Really rocky, some big gorges. Yeah, really, really fun terrain.
Yeah,
and long
for sure.
climbs, surprisingly. You can get
Yeah.
multiple mile climbs, which isn't always the case.
Nate, Jaqua of Eugene, Oregon, 44-year-old with 256 tickets in the male nevers. So that's exciting.
Absolutely, that is exciting. Was it in Eugene, Oregon, called Tracktown USA?
Yep.
So Tracktown USA runner goes to Trailtown, Colorado. Shad Mika from Westminster, Colorado, in the male finishers category with 8 tickets, gets to come back as well. Congratulations, Shad. Glad to
Yeah,
have you.
Shad. I coached him for years.
Awesome.
Yeah. I got to meet him helping out Bronco on the CT.
Yeah.
Oh,
summer
cool.
ago. Yeah.
Cool.
So congrats, Shad.
Yeah, congrats.
Joe Schmall from San Antonio, Texas, male never with 32 tickets. Getting ready for a loop in the San Juans. Nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats.
To use that humidity. I was just down in San Antonio for the running event. And it's definitely flat, so he'll have to do some humidity training to suffice for the hills.
It helps. It's different,
Yeah,
right? But
it's
it
different.
does help.
It's a governor and it's a regulator that puts a lot on the system. It's not going to help your eccentric muscle contractions. You're going to have to get in the gym and do lots of squats, one-legged exercises there. But got somebody
Good
local.
tips there. Good tips. Yeah, local David Golden from Durango, Colorado, just down the road from where Hardrock happens in Silverton. A male never. So probably not a stranger to Silverton, not a stranger to Hardrock. But David will get to see Hardrock from the participant standpoint this year. Oh, Nick Corey. Congratulations, Nick, from Telluride, Colorado. Male finisher with 11 tickets. I know Nick is going to be really excited to come back. He's had a lot of success, done some great things there at Hardrock.
I didn't know he moved to Telluride. Or is he just has a ghost address there?
That I don't know.
Okay.
That I don't know. If you're in Telluride and you've seen Nick out on the local trails, let us know. But yeah.
Jeff, what tips do you have for people training for their first Hardrock?
Asking for a friend.
Ask it for a friend.
Oh, we're not hearing Jeff. Find that unmute button there, Jeff.
I'm gonna refresh and try to get it back in.
Oh,
you're
you're
back.
back. We hear you
cool.
now. Yep.
All right. Yeah, lots of vert. That's my tips. So also just getting ready with treadmill stuff, and if you're at lower altitude, do some dry sauna sessions. That'll help some of your similar pathways to altitude with blood plasma stuff. But the big thing is just going, if you can, go early. There's nothing that can replace going early.
We've got Peter Brennan in the male never category from Dallas, Texas, and Chad Piala, who is a Hard Rock local or virtual local in Golden, Colorado, and a finisher getting to come back as well. So congratulations to Peter and Chad for being there.
I also ode to Hardrock. The photo behind me was given to me by Rock Horton, and that is me coming into Kroger's in the year I won, and shaking Rock's hand. He's saying, "Welcome to Kroger's." And I've done that aid station with Jurek in 2017. So we did a lot of work. that's how aid station's all a week's worth of work.
Yeah.
In the female never category, Jenny Fox from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Really excited to have Jenny back. And Dan, I know you want to call some of these names as well, but I figure you're still a little bit in shock. And so,
Yeah, 1024 tickets. I mean, that's amazing. Jenny, I think, pops up on the Hard Rock Instagram page quite a bit. So happy to see her get in, and excited to see what she can do out there.
yeah,
Jackie
and we have another
Frisch,
local.
Ouray, Colorado.
Yeah, Jackie, this will be her third. She's gotten in the last 2 years. This is 3 years in a row for Jackie. Congratulations. Thrilled to have you doing Hard Rock again. And then Ted Romero from Lafayette, Colorado, who's a male never with 128 tickets, gets his first shot at Hard Rock. Lafayette, Colorado. That's probably from the French part of Colorado, I'm guessing.
It's just down the street here from Boldier.
Boldier, yeah.
But yeah, Lafayette is just like, down the street from Boulder. Very close. We got another
We do.
Californian, right?
Yeah, Justin McMillan.
Kieran. Yeah.
So
Another
we got a
run
male
committee member.
There you go. Male finisher, Justin McMillan, and then a male never, Kieran. Congratulations, Kieran, getting in. Yeah.
Kieran's on the run committee. He helps with the lottery stuff. So congrats to Kieran for
He helps with
getting
the
in.
lottery stuff, and his name got drawn in the lottery. No, he's. We're very excited for Kieran, obviously. I'm kidding. I don't know what. I know. Dale is
Dale's
bemoaning the fact he's bemoaning the fact that he now has fewer people to help during Hard Rock Week. Scott Hollister. Oh,
Hey, Chris.
Hey,
there we go.
Cha-ching! Very excited. A high five from the running director, Chris Twiggs.
There you go, buddy.
Gets to come back.
All right, I'm gonna kick Chris Twiggs' ass.
Dan, I don't know who's going to be on. Oh, am I your Susie now? Am I now officially?
No, it's funny that we're both in now, though.
I'm super. Oh, now it's my turn. You take the names for a couple of minutes. It's
Yeah,
my
I
turn
got
to be
you.
excited. We missed somebody. Scott Hollister. Congrats.
Out of the Springs,
congrats, Scott.
Colorado. Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's a neat trick about Fernandina Beach, Florida. 100% finish rate from Fernandina Beach, Florida in Hard Rock.
Desiree Merrick from Bellingham, Washington, female, 43, with 256 tickets.
Congratulations, Desiree.
Eric Pope, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 256 tickets. I wonder if he was at the
Happy
hour last night.
hour. We had a great happy hour last night. Hard Rock board member Ken Gordon set that up for us. It was a great location. We met a lot of neat people, some of them with quite a few tickets and some with maybe only one ticket. We haven't seen a one ticket draw yet, I don't think. So let's hope we see one, because those are always fun to see.
There's a happy hour up in Fort Collins, I assume.
I think there had been one, but the one last night was in Albuquerque.
Oh, in Albuquerque. Okay.
David Koblenz, very excited.
Hey, look at that. Okay, new Susie.
New Susie shift to. So David Koblenz, Dan and I both got the chance to pace David last year. For anybody who is not familiar with our term about Susie, Dan, you want to explain the Susie?
Yeah,
reference?
This is something I'm getting pretty decent at, is explaining the who's your Susie. So when ultra running was kind of in its infancy, Nancy Hamilton, the first female winner of the Hardrock 100, she said she really didn't care about winning. She just came to these things so she could beat her friend Susie. So now, in honor of Nancy, who passed away a couple of years ago now, we ask, who's your Susie? Like, who do you want to go out there and have friendly competition with, to really, kind of to beat,
Absolutely.
right? I think Cordis said it best in our last podcast episode. Right, we had somebody finally go, I want to crush this person, and that was a pretty great answer that we had on that podcast episode. So
I love it when people are honest about who their Susie is. I'll take this name because I know you don't like to read the French names, but we do love the French runners. Philippe Miquel, congratulations, Philippe from Chanac, France. Really excited that Philippe will be able to come over. French runners have had some amazing success at Hardrock the last few years. And then we have Jason Wooden from Utah, a never in the male never category with 64 tickets, coming across.
yeah, I could have read that one. Kevin Doty from Longmont, Colorado, male finisher with 9 tickets. Congrats, Kevin, on getting in. Matt Smith, another San Antonio, Texas person, male never with 64 tickets.
Miguel Pena from Houston, Texas. Miguel, male finisher with 5 tickets. So Miguel is coming back.
Congrats, Miguel.
I don't know about you, Dan, but I'm getting text messages from people offering to pace me already.
Not even looking at my phone.
Thomas Penier from Bastia, France. Excited to have Thomas come over.
Jeff, what's your favorite part of the course? Like, where do you, when you think of Hardrock, like, where do you put yourself on the course?
David Ayala, male finisher with 2 tickets, has just been drawn.
Oh, solid. He did great last year.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where my favorite. There's so many good sections, I like Handy's and Kroger's.
Okay.
Yeah. Chelsea Topping, female in the never category from, is that Alberta?
Yes, Alberta Canmore, I believe,
Yeah,
from what I can see.
good.
Siobhan Pritchard, Steamboat Springs, Colorado, female finisher with 9 tickets.
Oh, was the top David? Yeah, David was the top U.S. finisher at Hardrock last year. So it'll be great to have David in 2024. Yeah. So not last year, but in 2024. And then Todd Bachman from Missoula, Montana, in the male never category coming.
I remember I was talking with you in the gym, Jeff, and you were pointing out how well David was closing last year during Hardrock. Like, he went out not super conservatively, but hey, Jamil, you're in.
Congrats, Jamil. Yeah, let's not gloss over that. Nick and Jamil both in. Excited to have Jamil Corey get to pin on a number again and take his tour of the San Juans as well.
Side note: Jamil's in Cocodona and AC.
Oh, wow.
There's
Beast.
a triple.
Beast. Joe Schrum from Arizona. Congratulations. 2 Arizona names in a row, a male finisher and a male never. Congrats, Joe, getting to come out and do it.
Yeah, Dan, he did close, and I knew he would. I ran and trained with him when I lived in Bozeman, and we raced against each other at Bighorn and went 1-2, 5 minutes apart at the end. He was chasing me down and trying to close on me, and I was like running scared, and I was able to hold him off.
So we've got Michael Martinez from Monument, Colorado, and then here's a name we know, Dan.
Arlen Glick, Massillon,
Arlen Glick.
Ohio.
Yeah,
male
Arlen.
Finisher.
Wow.
Tough runner. Arlen is tough runner. So excited that Arlen gets to come back as well.
Oh, man. Jonathan Clinthorne from Lakewood, Colorado. Male never with 256 tickets.
Yeah.
There's
Colorado,
only a
well
16% chance that both of the Currys would get in.
Did you
Which
do
is-
that math?
Somebody did and texted it to me.
Oh my gosh. TJ Pitts, another Georgian, TJ Pitts from Moreland, Georgia, male finisher, coming back to Silverton. We're making our way through. Remember, we've got 4 different categories. Daniel Robinson is in the male never category, just got drawn, and with 512 tickets in the male never category. And then Clifford Matthews from right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, male finisher with 6 tickets, got drawn.
And just an update on our counts so far. We have 5 of 14 female finishers, 7 of 19 female nevers drawn, 21 of 50 male finishers drawn, and 27 of 63 male nevers drawn. And I'm still having trouble talking.
Well, I'll tell you what, Georgia is going to be well represented at Hardrock. Dmitry Kornev from Alpharetta, Georgia. That's up near
Dmitry,
Atlanta.
I did trail work with him last year. Great work. Super excited to see Dmitry in.
Absolutely. And Rebecca Thompson will also be there in the female never category, Columbia, Missouri. 8 tickets in the never category.
Wow.
So
That's awesome. We have not seen any 1 ticket holders.
not
drawn
yet. Yukihiro Hadaka from Rhode Island. Congratulations in the male never category. Getting in. It might be our first Rhode Island draw this year. And Andrew Barney, all right, we're going to have somebody, there'll be somebody in a kilt. There may be some bagpipe playing coming into the finishing chute. Andrew Barney is coming back to Silverton for Hardrock. Really excited to see Andrew there again. He's always big help. I lead a bunch of course orientation hikes in the days before Hardrock, and he's a big help on those. Dan's still having a hard time talking. Denise Barassa from Evergreen, Colorado. Denise, we're so excited to have another female never coming into the category. And then we have Mark Marzin, one more Coloradan in the male never category, who is coming in again. So, so Scott, what are the chances that we'll see you around Silverton this summer for Hardrock?
You know, it was funny, Jenny, and I were just talking about this on our morning run this morning. And yeah, we usually get down there last year, or I guess, 2 years ago, even last year. The problem is it's around her birthday, or usually on her birthday, like literally on her birthday. And she's like, yeah, we've gone down, with a less than, or I guess like a 1-year-old before, when Raven, our youngest, or our oldest, went down, and I volunteered at Kroger's. So we've been down there in all situations, but yeah, we might get down. She was just talking like, we should try and get down there this year. So whether it's around the race or before.
We hope to see you there for sure. I got a couple of new names, and Dima Finehouse. Dima texted me a few minutes ago, and I don't have to text Dima. I can just say it here on the live stream. Congratulations, Dima. I'm so excited I'll get to share the Hardrock course with you again. Dima in the male finishers category. Darla Askew in the female finishers category. Darla gets to come back. And now Travis Bagwell, another male never from San Antonio, Texas, is been drawn. Bronco Billy, what about you? We going to see you around?
Yeah, I'm always there.
Always there. That's fantastic. Zach Wilson in the male finishers category is coming. I say it on every podcast, and I say it as often as I can. Silverton, Colorado is where hard rockers belong in the summer, and you guys are hard rockers. We know you want, if you're ever not there, we know you want to be there, and so I'm glad Jeff that you'll be there, and Scott, hope to see you out there for part of it as well.
It's not an easy place to get to
Las Vegas, Nevada. And Zach
just
Wilson.
down in Vegas. I wonder if I was running with John. I ran with a crew for the Trail Turkey Trot version of their trail running crew that they have.
Charles. Hornbaker. Yeah. Chris, the reason I don't really read names is because you interrupt me. No, I'm kidding. We got male finish 5 tickets. I'm just messing with you, buddy.
They're all
I just
yours.
have to jump on it quick, and I'm still having trouble processing words.
Yeah. I probably interrupted you, and I think I'm gonna.
No, you're good.
I think we have our next guest coming on here soon. I don't know if we're all going to be on at the same time for a few minutes before I check out. But yeah, hopefully I'll get down. Like I said, everyone assumes like, oh, it's in Colorado. But, for a lot of us in the Front Range here, it's a good 7-hour haul down there. So it's
not next door.
No, it's down there. So it's a ways.
Where
but I always love
where
being
is
down there.
Morrison?
Morrison is over near. It's in the Front Range, right?
Yeah, near Denver.
And that's
So
where
very
Allison
close.
Kirk is from, female never, who has just gotten in.
Jitko Farrell from
Allison.
Lakewood, Colorado. Female finisher with 4 tickets.
Yeah.
Greg Sissengrath from Allen, Texas. A male never with 64 tickets. Another draw.
Yeah. Texas and Colorado, both well represented.
Texans love their Colorado. I know that. I see them all up here all the time.
Hey,
Nothing
here's a
against.
name.
I love Texas, but yeah, they love
here's
to
a
come up
name.
here.
Jeff Rome, local in Silverton, Colorado. Really excited that Jeff from the male finisher category has the chance to pin on a number again.
Ryan Anderson of Boise, Idaho. Male never with 128 tickets. Getting the chance to get on the start line and do a loop.
Yeah, a couple of Boise's now, right?
Andy Pearson, Los Angeles, California. Male finisher with 5 tickets. 512 tickets. Oh, hey, look at that. Dale's real screwed.
Dave, the entire run committee has just been. No, we are at Trevor Peterson. If you've listened to our podcast, one of the most recent episodes was with the coursework director for Hardrock, Trevor Peterson. This will be Trevor's first Hardrock, and I would say,
Hell yeah,
Dan, I would
Trevor.
say he would be our Susie, but I think Trevor's going to finish ahead of both of us easily.
Oh, for sure. He's a monster. He just, he just coached a cross-country team to state championship.
Yeah, and Paul Terranova, another male finisher. Paul, very excited to have Paul come back from Twin Lakes, Colorado. So kind of partway between the San Juans and the Front Range.
Paul's a monster. Christopher Shirk of Boulder, Colorado, male never with 256 tickets. Man, I'm super stoked for Trevor. I'm very happy for him.
I am, but I'm not. It's no exaggeration to say that Dale his mind is spinning, trying to figure out how all the responsibilities are going to get covered with people. But that's how it happens. Monica Oaks from Bellingham,
congrats,
Washington.
Monica, out of Bellingham. I know Monica very well.
Oh,
Used to
good.
coach her back when I had my coaching business, and she's been trying for a while to get into Hardrock. So
She may still reach out. You may not be coaching her, but she may still reach out for some tips, Scott.
yeah, no, I see her. Super stoked for her. She ran high-low last year, I believe.
Awesome.
Yes, she did last year.
Not an easy race.
Update
So
on the
we-
counts.
yeah.
We've got 7 to 14 female finishers chosen, 12 of 19 female nevers chosen, 28 of 50 male finishers chosen, and 36 of 63 male nevers chosen. So we still got a little ways to go.
We do.
Gareth
We
Arnold.
do.
Paonia, Colorado, female never with 2 tickets.
With 2 tickets.
Yeah.
Look at that. We haven't had a never with 1 yet, but with 2
And
tickets. Congrats.
she has the course record at the Bear right now, I believe.
Wow, that's fantastic. Dirk Renner from Bend, Oregon, a male never with 16 tickets, is going to be out there. And from
Drew
right
Gunn.
there, Drew Gunn, know him well. I had a drag race against Drew a few years ago coming into to Silverton. He won that drag race, but
Is
it was
that
a
polite
fun
to
run.
call it a drag race, or is it like a...
I'm
like a-
open-minded. I'm open-minded.
Oh.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine to call it a drag race. I think so. Drew might not call it that. I don't know. But Drew, I'm fantastic to have Drew out there again, male finisher with 14 tickets.
Oh, so I just got a text that I'm making sure I can read first from somebody that I will elaborate on more. Okay, so yes, I can say it. Sorry, guys. Gareth Arnold was one of our special consideration picks.
Oh,
Yeah, and on a side note, she won TDS this last year. Or this
Awesome.
year, 2025.
Amazing.
okay.
So there's
Good
our
to
first
know.
special consideration pick in.
And those will be designated as such on the website as well if there are people that are interested in those later on. You can read this name, Dan.
Richard Cook, Seattle, Washington. Male Never with 8 tickets. I think that is the lowest ticket count on the Male Nevers that we've seen thus far. So, congrats, Richard.
Yeah.
The single ticket holders aren't coming through as much, but you never
Not
know.
yet.
They might come. They might come.
I'll bet
strong.
there'll be one.
There's always some. I'm always blown away when people say they have one ticket and they got in, and everyone like who has tons of tickets are just like, how does that happen? But it does happen.
It does happen. It absolutely does. And most people have to wait a few years, and so that 1 becomes 2, becomes 4, becomes 8, etc. There's a whole. I don't understand. I'm not a math person, so I don't understand the whole algorithm of how it is done. But it's all there on our website for people that are math minded and want to figure that out or want to follow that. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks so much, Scott.
Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, look at that.
Wait,
Vlad Hensel. Very excited to have a Los Alamos. Do you know Vlad, Dan?
I think I've met him. I'm not sure. I know that I've heard some stories about him around town. But yeah, congrats, Vlad, on getting in. I don't think I'd have to look him up. So for Kareth as well, some stuff they wanted me to mention. She was second at High Lonesome, first at the Bear, and has put in a ton of volunteering hours at Hardrock. So shout out again to Kareth for getting in.
Absolutely.
Lots of all-night cooking help, I believe is what somebody said.
We had Jeff Perry from Boudrant get in. Congratulations in the Male Never category. And Liz Bauer, who knows Hardrock very well, from Charleston, South Carolina. And Liz has got another opportunity to pin on a number. She's in the female finishers category.
Congrats, Liz. Michael Kutu, Male Never with 1 ticket. There we go. There's her first
There
one.
it is. Oh, man. Scott wasn't here to see it. Oh, yeah. That's it. There's the magic. That's the thing that everybody was watching for, to see if somebody can get in on 1 ticket. And Michael, you get to have that dream.
Michael is a deer in headlights right now.
He is.
Sean Cuniff.
Another Albuquerque runner.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of cheering in the other room. I'm here in Albuquerque. This is where this is happening, and a lot of cheering for an Albuquerque runner.
Bill Dittman, Brookfield,
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
Brookfield. Yeah, a Male Never. I don't know who our next guest is. I didn't look, and I don't know where the guest is.
I know who it is.
Do you know? You want to start telling stories before they come in?
Yes, I'll start telling stories.
Start telling stories.
Chrissy Mail is coming on, former Hardrock winner, and Courtney's in.
Courtney DeWalter's in.
Courtney DeWalter. Dan, you probably will get the text. This is likely a special consideration, but mathematically it's not necessary that it was. But this is likely a special consideration. Courtney DeWalter obviously has had amazing success everywhere, but also at Hardrock. So this will be a heck of a year to see the women's race.
Yeah, and can confirm Courtney is a special consideration pick from the list that Dale gives the board, and that they decide who's going to be in. So congrats, Courtney, on coming back to Hardrock. Excited to see her out there. It's going to be a fun battle in the ladies race, right? We've got Katie Scheid, we've got Courtney, we've got Kareth so far. It'll be interesting to see who else gets added to that.
Yeah, we've got two more males. Davis Hackman from Estes Park, Colorado, in the Male Never with 4 tickets. And Andrew Reef in the male finishers category from North Bend. And Chrissy,
Chrissy Mail is on with us now.
Chrissy's here, and she's in a noisy environment. Where are you, Chrissy?
I am. I'm at a watch party, and that girl right behind me in the white shirt just got in. She's been 10 plus years trying to get into the race. So I was like, bring me on. We got a watch party. There's all sorts of people here hanging out. Super stoked about getting our girl in. And actually, we had two. Desiree Mazurek got called earlier. So we got a lot of festivities happening here.
We want to congratulate Charles McNulty from Auburn, California. Familiar place to a lot of ultra runners. Male never got in just now, and then Ryan Smith, male finisher from Boulder, Colorado. So, so two people so far at your watch party have gotten in.
Yeah, super exciting. Lots of screaming, hooting and hollering, dogs barking. It's been great. Hi, Bronco.
Hey, what's up, Chrissy?
Long time no see.
Yeah, exactly. We just saw each other yesterday.
Hey, Dylan Bowman's in.
Well, Mike Wilkinson
Oh, there
got
we
in
go.
before that. Yeah, Mike Wilkinson from Parker, Colorado, a male never got in, and then Dylan Bowman knows Hardrock well, and we know Dylan.
I
from
just
California.
was talking with Dylan about this at TRE. So
Yeah.
he was like, I need a motivation, Bronco. I need a motivation. If I get into Hardrock, I'm going to motivate to train.
All
There's
right,
his
There you go, Dylan
motivator.
Bowman.
there's his motivation. Alex Docta just got in as well from Ogden, Utah. Congratulations, male never. Alex.
Okay, I'll tell my quick story and then I'm going to leave.
Right on.
In 2007, my first Hardrock, I had blown up. I'm going up Camp Bird Road in the counterclockwise direction. Looks like Greg Salverson's in from Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Greg.
So I'll try to help this so I can tell the story.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please do.
So I end up, I'm going up, I am blown up. I am like hypoxic. I'm trudging up Camp Bird Road. Here, go ahead and, I'm not pronouncing that.
Piers Constable.
There you go. Thanks, Chris.
This is the one
I got
that's in that Monica. She can't hear you guys, but
Yeah, Monica!
Congratulations to Monica.
Hey, they're saying cheering for her and you and everything. Hello, I'm so excited.
You're going to be
They're
there
telling the
along
story
with
about 2007.
Brian Slaughterbuch from Quakerstown, Pennsylvania, male finisher who's coming back.
I can't hear anything they're saying. Go, maybe we can go out there or whatever. Yeah.
So I'm going up, I'm blown up, and and Chrissy's in the lead, and she's being paced by Darcy, veteran hard rocker, and I can hear two ladies' voices just back and forth bantering, just cruising, and I'm trudging, and they blow by me, and she goes on to win the women's race. I end up taking a nap at Chapman for 45 minutes. I'm in such bad shape, and it's still to date my slowest 100.
Oh my gosh. Travis McWhorter is an Albuquerque in the male never category. It just heard a big scream here. Was he at our?
he
Oh
was-
man,
yeah.
Mike McKnight.
Mike McKnight, you were just saying that name. There's another motivation for that one.
Travis was one of our photographers on course last year, so congrats to Travis. Nate Swanberg, male finisher with 3 tickets.
Awesome. I think we're going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll see if more names come in, but I think we've got a scheduled break.
Yep.
Because we're straight up noon here, and Dan, do you have that?
We are going to run a commercial from Ultra, one of our sponsors here.
And I'm gonna say bye. Giddy up.
Bronco, thank you so much. We really
Thanks, Jeff.
appreciate you being here. Giddy up.
Thanks for bringing me on, guys, to get to cheer this little watch party going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
excited
for
for
sure.
you. Before the commercial rolls, we did have another name, Gang Kin from San Jose, California. The male never just got drawn.
I am communicating.
Flip that.
Ultra Fit. With room for your toes to crush your run, not your feet. Ultra. Stay out there.
All right, and Chris Twiggs is gone. We are back with the Hard Rock 100 lottery for the 2026 running of the Hard Rock 100. So We are super excited to be, continuing to announce these fields of people. We've had Chrissy Mail on, we've had Scott Jurek, we've had Jeff Browning. So thanks to those co-presenters for coming on. I'm Dan Ryan, and I'm joined today by my co-host. I introed you, Chris.
You introed me. Hey, I'm Chris Twiggs. Super happy to be back, and super happy that we had that brief commercial so I could run to the restroom. So, so Dan, you and I are both in Hardrock this year. It's going to be an interesting year. The next few months of training. Really excited for you and for all the other folks whose names have been drawn. Have you given an update on where we are in terms of our draws?
So I can do that real quick. We have 9 of 14 female finishers drawn, 12 of 19 female nevers drawn, 37 of 50 male finishers drawn, and 49 of 63 male nevers drawn.
And we just had another male never, Dmitro Sokolovsky from Moore Park, California. And then we had a male finisher, Keith Nippling from Alexandria, Virginia, just got drawn. So one more in each of those categories.
All right. And just so we're going to mention the Colorado Gives campaign again. So this Tuesday, December 9th, is the Colorado Gives Day. Hardrock is pleased to be a part of it. And then donations that are received through the Colorado Gives Day will help our philanthropic efforts that we have with Hardrock, including the Joel Zucker Scholarship, trail use, education, mountain safety, all of those things that Hardrock donates to will be helped out by the Colorado Gives Day. The link is in the chat in the live stream. It is pinned at the top of the chat. So if you guys could go over there and give back to Hardrock, that would be amazing. That way we can continue our philanthropic efforts. That is a well-known name, Jason Schlarb.
Yeah, from Durango. Wow. Excited to have Jason come back in the finishers category. We also have Noel Kingston from Tempe, Arizona, and Garrett Christensen from Reno, Nevada. Both of them are coming back. Garrett in the male finishers category and Noel in the male never category. The sounds have died down a little bit behind you. I guess the watch party continues, but you're in a little quieter spot.
Yeah, I tried to pull into a room, but I wanted to share that excitement. I know there's these watch parties going on everywhere, and kind of cool to bring it onto the live stream for a minute. So thank you so much. This has been years in the making on this end.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really excited. So when you think of Hardrock, what's the part of the course that you remember the most fondly?
Oh, fondly? There's or more vividly. Oh man, there's so many Hardrock experiences, mostly pacing, I would say. I've run it twice. I ran it in 2007 and 2013 as a part of a triple with Western States and UTMB. 2012, gosh, so many years have gone by. It's hard to keep track of what year, what happened. But most favorite spots, I would say Kroger's Canteen has probably been vouched for multiple times already.
I have to point out, so we've had a few names. We had Jeffrey Moore in the male never. We had Phil Atkinson, the male finisher. Jenny Pierce in the female never. But I have to say, I just had breakfast this morning prepared by the woman whose name was just drawn, Margaret Gordon. I'm so excited for her. The cheering behind me was incredible. And so really, I'm glad that the breakfast was served before the lottery, because she might have been so excited or nervous that she couldn't have prepared anything once her name was called. But it's a great day here in this particular house to have her name drawn as well.
Ooh, there we go. Tom Evans. Exciting. Just got drawn.
That's a field, both sides, women's and men's.
I'm going to guess that's a special consideration pick. Congrats to Tom, UTMB champ. I'm excited to see the race unfold this year. This is going to be nuts.
It will be. We talk about Hardrock being a run, but there will be some racing happening by those folks up front.
Definitely.
Okay, you want to try and pronounce that location, Chris?
That's Lowborough. I think it's Lowborough. I believe it's Lowborough. I could be totally wrong. I've been known to mispronounce things on this live stream.
Brian Pickett of Kingsport, Tennessee, a male finisher with 4 tickets.
Yeah.
Well, last year we had, a French sweep of the podium. So this year we got to throw a Brit in there to hopefully shake things up.
We've got a Brit, and that was just a French sweep on the male side,
Right.
Not so much the female side.
She was living in France.
This is true. This is true. This
Yeah.
is very true.
American winner. Yeah.
I'm a little bit behind, but I think I saw a
Anne
name pop
Angina
up.
with female finisher with 2 tickets, Newberry Park, California. Congrats, Anne, on coming back. I believe she was in last year.
I believe she was our final finisher last year, and she gutted it out to the end, and she made it happen, and now she gets to try it all over again.
Timothy Garvey, Lee's Summit, Missouri, male never with 512 tickets. Congrats, Timothy.
Absolutely. So, what are your plans for Hard Rock Week? Are we going to see you in Silverton by any chance?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. We just pulled in Dominic Grossman. That's a name I know. That's exciting. There's going to be a fun party hanging out in Silverton that week leading up. Yes, I will be there to pace and crew and cheer and be a part of the community once again. Looking forward to it. We've been there the last couple of years. There was like a 10-year streak from 2000 to 2010 that I was there pacing, Montreal Girl, running. And then there was a couple of years I wasn't able to make it. And so now back in the summer cycle, right? Being down in Silverton.
Good.
Yeah.
Joshua Holer, a male never with 64 tickets from Salida, Colorado. Congrats, Josh, on getting in.
Yeah, congrats to Josh. Well, I've said it already once on the live stream, and I'll continue to say it, that Silverton, Colorado is where hard rockers belong in the summer. So, we all feel that call to come back. Nathan Rhodes, Asheville, North Carolina, male finisher with 2 tickets. Nathan coming over from the East Coast. Love to see the southern, southeast of the United States represented. That's where I'm coming from.
Here we go. Here's another special consideration pick. Caleb Olson, Western States Endurance Run champ, lives in Draper, Utah. Congrats, Caleb, on getting in. Can't wait to see you in the San Juans. It's turning into a stacked field here.
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be exciting. Erin Shaw from Superior, Colorado, female never, is also going to be coming out for her first tour of the San Juans. We won't be able to watch it quite as much as we did last year, you and I, Dan. But people will be able to watch. The live stream has been very successful the last couple of years, and we're excited to continue that this year. Full coverage for the full 48 hours of Hard Rock. People can tune in and watch, and I think productivity in all the workplaces around the country dips when Hard Rock is happening.
Elisa LaPierre, Richmond, Vermont.
Oh, lovely. I just saw her at the running event as well. She works with Untapped, maple syrup company.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, one of the prepackaged or sport packaged.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool facility.
Chris, this one's all you.
Congrats, Eliza.
And congrats also to Katarzyna Dala from Boulder, Colorado, female never with 4 tickets. And again to Matthew Burdine, male finisher from Centennial, Colorado, getting to come back. So
Back to that 2007 story that Jeff was telling. Scott Jurek, I also saw on your feed this morning. We couldn't hear anything here, but I saw Scott and Jeff bantering back and forth, and I couldn't help but think of that year. Well, we got, it's really Dustin Simmons. Am I getting that right over here?
yeah, from Gunnison.
Yeah, and Caleb. Oh gosh, it's really blurry. I don't know if you guys have that tech piece. It's not fully loading on my end to be able to read the names.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
Caleb
just my
Yawn.
eyes.
Caleb Yawn from LJ, Georgia.
Yeah, so to get to stand on the rock with Scott Jurek in 2007, the guy that got me into the sport 7 years prior, that was a pretty cool life coming full circle moment, and I feel like those get to happen more than once. I finally learned, but that was a first for me. This is life coming full circle. Now what do you do? They happen again, but that was one of those first ones that just made life in the trail running world feel pretty full.
Megan Slavin of Phoenix, Arizona. That name sounds pretty familiar for some
Yeah,
reason.
we also had Rick Needler from Portland, Oregon, in the male finisher category. Just get
Oh,
drawn.
I gotta believe they've got a good watch party going. The Portland crew usually pulls together Yassine Naboon, and that crowd has a good gathering. They hoist him up on the chair.
Oh wow, we need some pictures posted on social media of that.
Right?
I definitely want to. I definitely want to see that. It almost sounds like it's almost like a bar mitzvah.
Right.
We are getting down to just a very few in each category. Now there will also be a draw of wait lists. And so people that are high on the wait list should still definitely be training. Wendy Wheeler-Jacobs, very excited to have Wendy come back in the female finisher category. I have a beautiful painting that Wendy gave me a couple of years ago that commemorates one of the course orientation hikes that I led out there. So Wendy, I'm so glad that you're going to be coming back as well.
Yeah, if we want to, I'll go ahead and give an update on the lottery draw. So we have 13 of 14 female finishers selected, 16 of 19 female never selected, 46 of 50 male finishers selected, and 58 of 63 male never selected. So just a few more draws, and then we'll go down those wait lists. And it kind of changes every year on how many people are selected from the wait list. It can range from one to a lot. So. Just keep your hopes open if you do get on that wait list. We got another name there. Go ahead, Chris Twiggs.
Sebastian, that's easy enough. Sebastian Andriol, Sebastian Andriol from La Roche-sur-Fonson in France. Very excited for Sebastian to come over. Male never. Again, French runners tend to do really well at Hardrock, so we'll see if that continues to be with Sebastian.
Yeah, for those people on the wait list, don't give up training. Like that still starts now. If you've got any inkling of a chance, it's worth it, even if you're just hanging out in Silverton that weekend.
I think we're looking on a little bit of a lag on our OST site. Sebastian got drawn, but he's not showing up on the live yet.
Just refresh that. Just refresh that, and it will show up. You're absolutely right. And there are sometimes people who get put into the race on Friday morning. We will not, we will not start a field that is not complete. And so every runner has to check in on race morning. And if someone fails to check in on race morning, then that spot will be forfeit and will go to a waitlister. And guaranteed, there will be a few waitlisters geared up, ready to go. And ready to try to take that last spot.
You just said race morning, and I got a little bit ill. Ugh.
The emotion for that person, I think they're not the only one that feels it. Like the people that are standing there watching that one person, like, do they get in? Do they not? Do they? There's it's compounded by the crowd that's standing in the gym waiting to see. Hey, Dale.
Looks like
so we're,
open split time is getting a little bogged down by people being on it. So we'll give it a second to come back up. It is
while we're waiting for that to get back up. We want to really thank Ultra for sponsoring this, and also we have Morton Energy also contributed to our live stream today, and we want to thank them for being a part of making this live stream a success and making Hardrock a success as well. So what are your training tips? These people whose names are getting drawn, like Dan, going to do this the first time. What do they need to be doing?
My big one is beat up those quads. Like you definitely know, everybody knows they need to climb, right? You need to climb, you need your lungs in shape, your legs in shape, your glutes. But those down descents can beat you up. And the big one that I think is becoming big in the sport right now is fueling. Like it's always been there, like the best eaters are the best runners. That's like ongoing. And now watching it become more and more of a science of timing your fueling to the climb that's coming ahead.
sorry.
Have you guys? Oh, okay, cool. Is everything all right here? How we doing?
We're doing fine. I'm getting some messages from the folks in the other room. They're working on getting things. Do not worry. Those names that have been called, they're official. Those are happening.
Yep, that'll be in.
So they're in. We're just waiting to get to that conclusion. And as soon as we have the link restored, we'll start calling names again and building the excitement for those folks that are being drawn.
It's kind
So I
of
got
like
my
that
polls
person.
over
Oh,
here. So
sorry.
I'm gonna grab those. I'm gonna take off.
Grab your polls
to
and
the
take
ski
off.
hill.
We got this.
It's covered in snow, but I gotta start going up and
Yeah.
down. So
Yeah, it's kind of like those people waiting at the start line. Will they get in? Will they not? Like we were just talking about the waitlisters. We're in that moment now. These final 5 spots per category, give or take, a couple here, a couple there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right though about the waitlisters that you still need to train. I got in off the wait list one time, and
that's a story.
And that was exciting. Yeah, I wasn't last second, but it was maybe a month or so before Hardrock. So definitely have to train, have to hope, have to continue to behave. And I encourage folks that are in the lottery or that show up on the wait list, go and take a look at what the policies are for each of the categories, and make a decision about whether you want to later. If you're so far down the list, you might decide to pull your name off the wait list. You still continue to accumulate tickets as long as you don't start. You could make that decision race morning not to start. In fact, we saw that this last year. We saw someone actually give up a spot on race morning, which is I can remember one other time. We heard this story. No, we haven't heard the story. We need to there's a couple. I won't tell the story here because I want to save it for the podcast, but there was a story of someone who gave up a spot on race morning several years ago.
I'm going to sign off, guys, and I'll keep watching. I'm excited for these last spots. Thank you so much for having me on and to get to share my girls' opportunity to get to run the race this year. This was super awesome.
Wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much.
we're gonna bring on Hal Kerner right now as well. So.
Hal, thank you so much for being here with us. Have you been paying attention to the lottery and cheering for people?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, it's like to see some familiar names get drawn. Dom Grossman, of course. It was nice to see Courtney's going to run again. I think that raises the bar for everybody, and she brings so much excitement to the race and to ultra running and the sport in general. I do love that. Would like to see more female runners getting to Hardrock, or at least get their names on the list, get down to southwestern Colorado. I think that'd be fantastic. I will say, I almost lost a spot on race morning just because I didn't get there in time, and that's my story. I think I had some person's hopes and dreams like at about a 99% that they were going to get in. I think I walked in probably 2 minutes before the start and registered, but luckily for me that day turned out okay. So
golly, yeah, that's stressful. There have been stories of people who get parked in maybe at a campsite, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I bet. Well, it's all about the anticipation. So I think that there's this is leading into lottery week over at States, and here I think people getting ready for the new year, going to get excited to train. I heard you talking to Chrissy about what might be some tips for training. It's like, don't get injured. I think that'd be the first place to start.
Good tip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We headed out. Many times I would head out a few weeks early, and I'd train with Carl on the course. And the mantra was nothing herky-jerky. That was always the little bit of sage advice from that guy, because you could never squeak anything else out of him. But
nothing herky-jerky.
Herky-jerky, yeah. All even
Write that down,
week.
Dan.
As even as you can be at Hardrock, yeah.
What's the analogy Browning gave us that Rock Horton had given him? The peanut butter on the bread, right? Don't put a lot of peanut butter on the start of the bread. Make sure you're spreading it even over the whole course.
That's right.
Yes. So much wisdom right there.
Yeah.
love that guy. He's fantastic.
Bread-based wisdom.
Absolutely.
He's also the same guy. Oh, we're back online.
Oh, whew. All right. There we go. We are back. We
All right.
have...
And we do have Sebastien, as we saw, was the last name that had been drawn before we took our little bit of a break. So when you think of Hardrock, what's the part of the course that you imagine? What's the spot where if you could transport yourself to any place on the course, where is it?
That's a great question. I mean, going up Skylight, like hitting up Grand Swamp Pass is always just like surreal in so many ways, no matter which way you come from. I've tried to come up from the Ophir side with about a sheet of an ice wall, going up and kicking in tracks behind my pacer. Those are memories that'll be seared, into my mind forever. And moments too where you question, do you want to keep going? Because even from there, you got about a standard 50 miler ahead of you on any other profile. Obviously, there's so many. I think Little Giant also, either way you look at it, in the morning, coming in, getting to see your crew, and then also knowing that that's the last step you have, coming in clockwise. I think that's also the other. That's just an amazing feeling. And the views. I'm going to stop telling people to run Hardrock. I should have done this years ago. But it's still the first race and only race that I would recommend at that top tier level, besides some of our races. But that's certainly, the course just holds so much magic to it. Getting into Jurek, and seeing the crowds there and the people and the crews. I haven't been in a while, but from what I glean on social media and through phone calls to people and videos, that's a really special place too, to reconnect, reassert yourself, get ready to go.
Yeah, I'm getting a thumbs up from Dale Garland that they're going to be begin pulling some more names. So we'll get to see those last few spots drawn here shortly. Excited about that, and we're sorry for the technical difficulties. Hopefully that just means that people have had that opportunity to, refill their drink or hit the bathroom or whatever during those watch parties. Looks to me like you're drinking from one of those famous Hardrock finishers mugs there.
That's right. I mean, of all the prizes you can get in the sport, it's still pretty coveted. Get your name on that one.
It's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome.
For sure.
I can't wait to see next year's finishers mug with my name on there, and then somewhere further down Dan's name.
And then somewhere way further after that, Dave's name. No.
Yeah. Okay, we got another name here.
Kirsty Reed of Kendal, United Kingdom, Great Britain.
Wow.
Congrats. Female never with 4 tickets.
All right.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
That's awesome.
Another runner from Great Britain getting in. I'm not getting. I don't have a clear view of of our draw, so you're going to need to do the heavy lifting on the reading here until I get that, Dan.
Oh, yeah, mine also seems to have timed out, but I can read them off the screen here.
Okay, good.
It might just be a lot of traffic on open split time, where people are watching names pop up. Looks like we're potentially having another snafu, so if we do, we will run another ad real quick, so that way we can they can figure out the technical difficulties, and we can put some information out there about our great live stream presenting sponsor, Ultra. Also want to give a shout out to Morton Nutrition, the official nutrition partner for the Hardrock 100.
Absolutely.
Flip that.
Ultra Fit, with room for your toes to crush your run, not your feet. Ultra, stay out there.
All right. We are back, and still Kirsty Reed is our number one pick there. Hal, how many times have you ran Hardrock?
Twice. Twice, both ways. So that was enough. No. You got to see it. Got to see it from every angle. No, I'd go back in a heartbeat. But I ran in 2005 and I ran in 2012. And those were pretty big. It was a pretty good chunk of time, even in that day and age, to remove myself from, running in a place I love so dear. I wasn't I didn't as many crazy things as I did in the sport over the years back to back. The Western States double with Hardrock wasn't I couldn't envision that necessarily in the same way as some of these folks do now. But I thought it also gave me ample time, just like probably some of these folks, and they'll be ready once you've waited for something that long, and you know how special it is, and you know that it's fleeting in a sense. The appreciation level goes up a ton. So training has to be precise. Your health has to be precise. Your mind has to be in the right space, and so that was. Both those things I'll cherish. Both those events I'll cherish forever. 2005 was a pretty special year. We go back to what you were saying about Rock Horton telling people to pace themselves. He also, the night before, did a very modest $100 preem to the first person to get to Kroger's. And that year it was 70 miles. And like an idiot, I was the guy who decided to go ahead and get to that. And the remaining 30 miles weren't as pleasurable. It's more like stuck in the peanut butter, if you will. So, but that year was pretty special. We came down. There was a big crew back then. Montreux was the presenting sponsor, so we had a big crew, and it was quite competitive. But positions changed over the next few miles. And I remember running with a runner for the time, Nate McDowell, who might come across a lot of people's names down there in the Southwest area. But we both left out of Oscars and through the aid station. And I remember there was a log, and he probably recollects it as probably like a 24-inch tree across the trail. But I recollect it maybe a little bit smaller, but it became the insurmountable log that when he got to it, he couldn't step over it. And he just turned around and he said, "That's it. That's the last one." And I remember him walking back with his pacer, who was Bear founder Leland Barker was with him at the time. And I remember they both came walking back at us, and I was like, "What?" He's like, "I can't go over that log." And so for all the things you encounter on that day, you just never know what, might be a breaking point for someone. And, it can also be kind of the proverbial carrot to get you over to the next thing. And on that day, it helped me out a little bit, but there are some great memories from that year for sure.
Yeah. 05 was a pretty heavy snow year. That was my first Hardrock. And I remember, and I remember climbing up the snow cornice coming up Handies was just ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous. But in looking back, it was maybe one of my faster ascents because I followed your footsteps.
Beeline.
and those of everybody else that had come in between us, made it a lot easier to get up than some of the scree that you have to climb in that direction.
And we're gonna bring in Maggie Guterl right now, live from Durango.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I get to be on with Hal.
Yeah, you do. Maggie, how are you doing?
I'm good. I've been watching all the lotteries because I have no skin in any of the games. My theory is that if you don't watch, you get in. So I've told a lot of people that, and a lot of people told me the same thing. If they just don't pay attention. My buddy John Kelly got in Western States. He said he was out on a run, not paying attention. So I think that's the key. But now we're going to lose a lot of viewers. So
I'm going to tell you, I'm not in the business of encouraging people not to watch the live stream. We definitely want people to watch. But when we did a podcast episode recently with some hopefuls and asked them if they were going to be watching, they pretty much said no. they would wait for the text messages to come from friends telling them that they had gotten in. Maggie,
All right, it looks like we're back.
Oh, are we getting?
Yeah,
are we
we're getting it back. It looks live
Okay.
again. Just going through some technical difficulties, but yeah, we're back with names. And we have one more female finisher to read off. We have two more female nevers to read off, and that female is Elaine Batson. From London.
London. Fantastic. Maggie, I want to
Female
know.
never.
We've asked. I don't think we asked Hal, but we definitely. Well, I did. I think. I don't remember. It's getting. My mind is getting fuzzy. I want to know, Maggie, when you think of the Hardrock course and you could transport yourself to anywhere on the course, where would that be? And I'm guessing it's not the last time I saw you during Hardrock, which was up at the top of Little Giant.
I mean, if I could transport myself to the top of all the climbs, that would be pretty sweet.
Doug
I mean,
Metcalf,
every
Boise,
spot's really
Idaho,
cool.
8 tickets, male never.
You got Kirsty Reed, too. It was 2 UK people in a row. Okay, so
Yeah.
Look at that.
Male
Those
never.
guys will have.
Ryan
These guys will have a
Martin.
lot of technical advantage.
Ryan Martin,
Ryan
Centennial,
Martin.
Colorado. Yep, male finisher. So I think we've only got 1 or 2 left in that male finisher, maybe 3 more in that male finisher category still.
Yeah.
the wait
4
list is
more.
still going to be really important because, like, those top people. I mean, I think I was 18th on the female finisher list the one year, and I was that person dressed the morning of. I didn't get in, but you just have to
Yeah.
be ready.
You were ready. You were hoping.
And it looks like we're going to add one more guest to the mix. Potentially, we'll have Dylan Bowman pop on in a little bit once somebody
fantastic.
gets off. So yeah, keep the picks coming. Emily Wanless from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, female never with 16 tickets. Congrats, Emily.
Congrats, Emily. Really excited. And yeah, it'll be great to have Dylan on here. His name was just drawn a little bit ago.
We're gonna have a special consideration pick coming up soon that I think I'm gonna let one of our guests read off.
Oh, okay.
Not
I
this
think
one.
there's only been 2 women, 2 men special consideration.
Correct. Yeah, there's
Okay.
been Kareth Arnold and Courtney, and then there has been Tom Evans and Caleb Olson. Paul Smith, Colorado Springs,
Thanks, guys.
Colorado, male finisher, 9 finishes. Hal?
Yeah. And Alan, we missed calling out Alan Berachevich from Santa Rosa, California. Male never category.
Well, thank you guys.
Thanks so much,
Thanks,
Hal. It's been a
Thank
pleasure
you
talking
so
to
Hal,
much
you.
good
for
to
being
see
on
you.
here.
I'll let Dylan get on here. He's the master of the emceeing, and it was a pleasure to join your Black Sweatshirt Club, Maggie. Take note next time.
I
I
know,
hope
it's
you're
all right.
well. See you on the top of the mountain. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, Hal.
Hideo Takuma from Japan. Very excited to have that male finisher join us.
Ooh.
Jimmy Elam, male never, 16 tickets.
I think he was way down on the Western States wait list, so.
Well, he can
So
focus
Jimmy
then.
Elam is our first special consideration pick. Our last male special
okay.
consideration pick being male never with 16 tickets. Congrats, Jimmy. Excited to see you in the San Juans.
That is awesome. I think maybe we're done with the female nevers. That category, we'll go to wait list now in that category. We have one more left in each of the other categories: female finishers, male finishers, and male nevers. Male finisher, Masazumi Fujioka, male finisher from Redmond, Washington. That'll be the final male finisher until we go to the wait list.
Final male never, Mike Cassidy, Ridgeway, Colorado. He's close enough. That should be easy to train for.
Yeah, Ridgeway is pretty darn close. You drive through it when you're coming between Uray and Telluride.
Maybe you guys should go in and
And you might
tear
know
down.
this one. So that is
Wow.
our
Well represented. But I'm
Yeah.
going to guess you is a Dale's pick.
Yep, that is the
Probably.
last
Okay, sweet.
last special consideration pick of the 2026 running. So, congrats, Tara. Obviously, just crushed a Javelina 100 record. Is going to Western States and is going to get a chance to do the Western Hardrock double and see what she can do. She's an absolute crusher.
And she's just ran a race in Thailand. She ran that UTMB Chiang Mai 50K yesterday. So
Yesterday.
yeah, your last night or whatever time it is.
Well,
So
exactly.
yeah, she ran a fast 50K, and I think top 10 get entry to OCC or CCC. I don't think she's interested, but I think she's got enough to deal with this summer. So, but it's Tara, so who knows?
It's Tara. Tara is capable of a lot of things that people might not have thought possible. I certainly more than I could ever consider. But super glad that she's got Hardrock on her list for this summer. And now we're going to go into the wait list. We're going to start drawing names for those. And as Maggie, as you said, those wait list spots matter. And if you're high up on the wait list, by golly, train like you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I think we're going to bring on one more guest. Right now, we're just going to keep pulling waitlist names. We might not necessarily read them all. They're going to kind of rapid fire them off here as we wrap it up the show. I would say, Chris, looking at the numbers, like, what do you say is on the bubble of getting in? Like 1, 2 are pretty much guaranteed on all the wait lists. But the 4s, 5s, I think the deepest we went on the male never waitlist last year was 4.
Yeah. The wait lists have changed a lot.
That's odd.
That is very strange that Betsy Nye is on the wait list. Woman going for 21 finishes. So I know she'll be training, hoping to get in off that wait list. Yeah, in the old days, you could go 30 deep, but it was back when there was only one wait list. Now that we have 4 separate wait lists, they kind of all have their own dynamics. And but I would say if you're top 5, you need to train like you're going to do it, and you need to show up in Silverton because there'll be some movement. But even if you're 1 or 2 before race day, you need to show up in Silverton.
Cool. We're cruising. And so we're going to welcome on right now. We're going to welcome on Dylan Bowman. Hey,
Guys,
Dylan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we hear you, and we're excited for you. You excited for yourself?
Oh my God, guys, my phone just absolutely exploded. And yes, I couldn't be happier, more thrilled, and couldn't feel more blessed than to have my third lap and my first clockwise lap at Hardrock.
Oh, yeah. It's different. You get to see the other side of all the rocks.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. But no, it's great. And I heard you guys just talking about the wait list. Last time I got in was 2023, and I was on the wait list then. So everybody who's getting pulled now, have faith and start training. So
yeah. Do you remember when the lottery happened? Do you remember how far down the wait list you were when you got when it first happened? Where your starting position was?
I was pretty high up. I think I was 6th on the men's finishers wait list, but it took until I think it was early June until Dale gave me the call that I was officially getting called up into the race. So yeah.
It's a lot
There's
of
some
sweating.
heavy hitters getting called on the wait list right now. I don't know where they land because it's hard to tell with like the different lists, but
Yeah.
Looks like we're pulling about 14, 15 now on each wait list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I just finished up the Western States 100 lottery. It was also great vibes there at Placer High School. And anyway, there's obviously a lot of people who are getting their pencils sharpened to write their training plans and race schedules for next year. And I just can't wait. My family's already booking all their hotels in Silverton. So here we go.
What has changed for you knowing that you're in Hardrock? Is there anything about your training that is going to change knowing this than if you hadn't gotten in?
Well, first things first, I am actually going to train hard this year, okay? Mark my words. The comeback is happening now. I have no excuse. Honestly, this feels like such a blessing. I'm turning 40 in March. I now, for sort of the first time in the last 15 years, have zero sponsors, nobody else to do it for but myself. The last several years have been focused on family and free trail, and now I'm gonna carve out time to focus on my running again, and I'm just thrilled that I get to point that energy towards Hard Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And hey,
Absolutely.
just a plug for the Hard Rock volunteers. I know Dylan's had his fair share of experiences with some great volunteers at Hard Rock. Go ahead and go sign up to volunteer at Hard Rock. That is open live now on the website.
Must do. Yes, I have been lucky to volunteer at Chapman. I'm excited to go through there early in the race there for the first time, mile 18 rather than mile 72 or whatever it is, 82. So yeah, Bill Shum and the team back there, I'm going to be excited to see them. And I heard Kareth Arnold also got in, who's been a longtime Chapman volunteer. So yeah, get involved. If your name doesn't get picked, go get involved.
Absolutely. We Hard Rock is a lot more than just the people that pin a bib on their shirt or on their shorts or on their pack and take that tour of the San Juans. Hard Rockers that are running rely on all those others that are out there supporting. We could not do it without the volunteers and that wider Hard Rock community.
I see Katarina Hartmuth just getting off on the wait list. So.
Yeah.
Good
We are
grief,
pretty
guys.
deep in the wait list right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But
Hey-
don't give up hope, because people withdraw after that service requirement. They think they're just out of it
yeah.
and they don't hand it in. And then the wait list just clears and all of a sudden you're at 4. So
Yeah.
just keep that in mind.
Great point. And for those that just got drawn, keep that in mind. There is a service requirement. You'll find the form on I believe the form is up on the website, or it will be later on. And you do need to get that filled out. You do need to submit service. There are various requirements, restrictions about where and how it can be done, but you do not want to miss that deadline to get that turned in. And it is not a soft deadline. It is a hard deadline to get that submitted. And there have been some pretty fast folks and some big name runners that have almost missed out because they were very late in turning that in. So don't be the one that misses that, and then suddenly you would have gotten in off the wait list, but you didn't turn in that requirement, that form.
For sure.
Hey guys, I'm just pulled over on the side of the highway, so I'm gonna jump and go see my family. I've been an absent dad this week at TRE and then the Western States Lotto. So I appreciate you letting me come on and chat for a bit. I'm so psyched. Hard Rock.
You need
the
to
best.
you need to start spending some good quality time with your family, because you're going to be absentee again this summer.
Yeah, well, they're excited to come with me. I was lucky to kiss the rock holding my son when he was 1 year old, and now hopefully I'll be strong enough to carry him down the finishing chute when he's closing in on 4 when we make that lap in July.
Dylan, let me
So-
tell you what you may have to look forward to. I think my youngest was 4 years old when I did my first Hard Rock, and I've now had the opportunity to have my 2 oldest have each paced me the last section into the finish line of Hard Rock. Time flies. Time flies.
What a dream, man. What a dream. Hey, well, thank you guys so much for all the hard work. It's awesome, putting together a great broadcast, all the fans out there. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be one for the ages in Silverton 26. So gas
It
up
will.
the vehicles and make your drive out to southwestern Colorado. It's going to be great.
Thank you, Dylan. We'll see you in Silverton.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats, Dylan.
Thanks. Yeah.
So Maggie,
I do
yeah.
have a cautionary tale, actually. So
Good. Bring
I could
it
tell
on.
Dylan was trying to get going, so I didn't want to start a whole story. But I won't say his name, but it comes back to the volunteer thing. He was on the wait list pretty far at the bottom. He had his service requirement done, but he hadn't handed it in because he was waiting for his name to be called up in order to say. And I had knowledge that someone was dropping from his list, so I was like, "You're going to be picked next." And he's like, "Well, I have it ready." And I'm like, no, like the deadline is like midnight tonight. You have it was a matter of hours. I think it was at Broken Arrow at the time, or Trail Con or something in June. And he's like, no, it's ready. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but you like literally have to fill it out and hand it into Blake. I think is Blake still the guy you hand it into? And so he got it in under the wire, but he just didn't understand. So yeah, you got to wait list or not. If you really are serious about running, get that requirement in as soon as you have it done. So yeah, that's a heartbreaking way to not get it.
It would be. Want to remind everybody, yes, these names are coming by pretty quickly, and we're not reading off all the wait list names. The entire list will be posted on Hardrock 100 website, so you can go on there and you can look at all those that are entered, and you'll also be able to see where the wait list is, and that gets updated as people drop, because throughout the winter and spring, there may be people who come up with other plans. There may be people whose training doesn't go so well. Unfortunately, there may be people that get injured, and so as people decide not to do Hard Rock and they pull their names out, that list will get updated. And Dan manages our social media, and he posts a lot of things on Instagram, and he often will welcome people. That's one of my favorite things to see when I turn on Instagram and I see the those posts, welcome to Hard Rock. That's kind of a neat thing. So we'll say now, welcome to Hard Rock to all those that got in, but Dan will welcome the waitlisters as they come up.
Yeah, so we have the field. The wait lists are stopping at 50. Make sure to, get out there and start training. I mean, I'm still not all here right now. Kind of personally checked out. I'm stoked, man. It's going to be so exciting. I can't wait to see everybody in Silverton. Again, I want to say thank you to our great partner for the live stream for this, presented by Ultra lottery live stream. They've been an amazing partner for Hard Rock. Chris is the #1 fan of Ultra, and they are they're just a great partner. I mean, so many great runners from there are in, right? We've got Tara in. Stop pointing your finger at me. We got some great ultra athletes in the mix this year. We've got a stud lineup in the male and female run. I'm gonna say run because it's the company line, but it's a race for those people, and I'm really excited to see them all out there crushing it.
Absolutely. Maggie, I want to know, where are you going to be during Hard Rock?
I don't know. Maybe they need some extra help with the live stream since Dan won't be there. So I recovering from Achilles surgery, so I don't know what pacing condition I'll be in, or I'm not going to make any commitments. It's just like a lot of hurt. So maybe the live stream, but I'll definitely be around. There's no way I would have missed that weekend. Probably some trail work, maybe some aid station volunteering or something. We'll see.
It's a pretty far trip for you to get up there, though.
We got a pretty good Durango crew, so I'll definitely be trying to see like all those folks. Yeah, I mean, I can help crew too. I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys, and Dan, you have a good mentor with Chris, so that's going to be awesome. And your continuing podcasts that are going to have, it would be cool to get like tips from Dan and his training and how it's going.
Yes.
Nice. And I think what's your dog's name again?
Sorry, I had to get Pippin on.
Pippin. Yeah. She's going to get he will get a lot of training in. That's like Emily Hanlon brought her dog, Dilly, on all of the Hard Rock training the entire, the first year I saw her everywhere on the course. So Dilly's pretty trained for Hard Rock at any given year.
Pip, you want to go to Hard Rock? You want to go Silverton? You want to go?
Absolutely.
He's hyped up. I'm hyped up.
Pip is excited.
Super stoked.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. This is it's a good group of runners. We do want to remind everyone, you do not have to, as Brian Como says, you do not have to have a number to be involved with Hard Rock. We can use you. We're excited to have people come. If you're part of that wider Hard Rock family, then Silverton, Colorado is where you belong in the summer. And so we look forward to seeing you in Silverton.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody, again.
You bet.
Split that.
Ultra Fit. With room for your toes to crush your run, not your feet. Ultra. Stay out there.